Hello. So there is a problem number one. In problem number one, we have to determine if a given string has all unique characters or not. So if all characters are unique, so we just need to return true, and if it's not, we need to return false. How are we gonna do this? For example, we are given this string input, which is called string. So basically we check each character and check if there is another copy of this character in the string, and if there is no duplicates of each character, we are just returning true. And if it's duplicates, like in the second example where we see that letter C is at the beginning of a string and letter C it's at the middle of a string, as well as the A have duplicates. So in that case we need to return false. So, and also it says that we need to determine it without using any additional data structure. So basically we will run two for loops. One for loop will be used as a starting point, and the second for loop will use just to compare other characters in the string with the starting character. So for example, in this given example we will see that our first character C is not we don't see it in other characters. So we go through all string and return true, and the same thing for second given string. We starting from the first and comparing it with all the race characters, see that we have a duplicate at the middle of a string, and in that case we are just returning false. So our function will look like this. So we will returning the boolean. We will call it unique chars. Input will be a string. So since we cannot use additional data structure, we will use just two for loops. So first for loop will always start from the first element in the string, and I will always increment my I value by 1. So, and the second for loop, the value of j will be I plus 1. So, and I will increment my j until it will reach the end of the string. And here I see that I have a bug. So here I don't need to go my I value till the last element. I will go just for the -1, so not the last one, but one before last. So, and basically I will, since in C# string allow use indexes, I don't need to convert my string to the array and use string indexes. Here I'm just directly indexing within the given string and just comparing characters in the string between each other. So, and here I'm saying that if my first element will be equal to the next element or some other element within this string, I will just return false. In other case, if I will not be able to find any equations, any duplicates, at the end I will just return true. Here we can test our function with the input string. So we're taking the first element in the given string at the 0 and comparing it with each one. We don't find any duplicates, so we go to the next element and comparing it with their other characters. We are not able to find. So now we're taking the next element, which is letter R, and comparing it with other letters. So here we also didn't find anything, and then we're taking the letter I, comparing with others. So we're not able to find anything equal to Y. So N is not equal to G, and D is itself. So since we didn't find any equations, we're just returning true. And the time complexity for it, since we see that it's we are using the two for loops, it will be n multiplied by n minus 1 divided by 2. So basically it order of n square, and space is, since we are just defining two integers in the for loops, it will be order of 1.